How you going, year 8? Welcome back to another maths video. Today we're going to be looking at profit and loss. Now this is the next lesson in our financial maths topic. Some of you may be familiar with the concept of profit and loss, others might be less so. So let's go through it. So a retailer or any kind of business will buy goods and then sell them to other people. The cost price is how much you paid for that in the first place, and then the selling price is what the amount that you sold it, so that whoever bought it from you paid for it. Okay, now a profit is when the item is sold more than what it was bought for. So you've taken this item, you've added some value to it, or you've introduced it into a new market, and therefore it's going to sell for a higher price than what you got it for. So profit is the selling price minus the cost price, the difference between what you sold it for and what you bought it for. Okay, now percentage profit is when you've calculated what the profit is, you can do the profit divided by the cost price, that is the price that you bought it for, times by 100%, and that will give you the percentage profit. So often in questions, you will first have to calculate the profit, and then the next step will be using that calculation to calculate the percentage profit. Okay, the last concept that we need to learn is the idea of loss. So loss is when the item was sold for less than it was bought for. So you've bought something, you may have used it over time, it has lost value, and you want to sell it later on but it's not going to be worth as much as what you bought it for. So an example of this is if you bought a new car, it's going to be worth more when it's new. Then after you've used it, it's going to lose value. And so if you sell it down the track, you're going to sell it for less than what you bought it for originally. So that's an example of loss. So loss is calculated very similarly. It's just the cost price minus the selling price, and that will give you the loss value. And again, percentage loss, once you've calculated the loss, you can do loss over what you bought it for, or the cost price, times 100%. And that will give you the percentage loss. So again, usually you're going to have to first calculate the loss using that difference there, and then you'll have to calculate the percentage loss as the second step. Okay, so they're the concepts we're going to look at today. We're going to look at 3 examples, 2 which are fairly straightforward, and the third one is a little bit different. So first example here, apples are bought by a fruit shop for 25 cents each, okay, maybe from a wholesaler, and then resold at 33 cents each. Okay, so what is the cost price? What did the store buy it for? They bought it for 25 cents. So we're just reading, that's more of a comprehension question. What is the selling price? Is just whatever they resold it for, which is 33 cents in this question. Okay, what is the profit? So to calculate profit, it's the selling price minus the cost price. So profit equals 33 minus 25, okay, which is just going to equal 8 cents. 8 cents profit for every apple. You're going to have to sell a lot of apples, sorry, to make a living if you're just getting 8 cents each. Okay, calculate the percentage profit on the cost price. Okay, so it's just going to be the profit, which is 8 cents over the cost price, which is 25 cents times 100%. Okay, 8 divided by 25, okay, times 100 equals 32%. Now that's a pretty good percentage profit. Okay, example 2, very similar, except here we're going to find the loss. So Vince bought a DVD player for $429 back when DVDs were cool. Since 6 months later, he upgrades and sells it to his sister for $350. Nice move, Vince. Okay, so calculate the cost price. So the cost price, again, is just going to be the amount that you bought it for. And the loss is going to be the cost price minus the selling price. You see the order is different here. For profit, it's selling minus cost. Loss, it's cost minus selling. So we're going to get our answer. We can use our calculator. 429 minus 350 gives us a loss of 71 here. Now the percentage loss is going to be that value, 79 over the cost price, which is 429. Okay, so we can go 79 over 429 times 100. Oops, sorry. I should have included times 100%. And it equals 18 points. I'm just going to go 41, just to 2 decimal places. Percent is the percentage that we've lost on our DVD player, or that Vince has lost. All right, last question's a little bit different. Shane paid $19,999 for his car and sold it at a loss of 35%. What is the selling price of this car? Now, this question is a bit different. Okay, we're already given a percentage loss. So we're not trying to calculate a percentage loss. We're now going backwards and we're trying to find what the selling price of the car is. Now, the easiest way of doing this is to treat it like a percentage increase or decrease question that we did a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so percentage increase and decrease. If you've had a decrease of 35%, then that's going to be our value that we bought it for times, okay, 100 minus 35 is going to be 65%. So we're going to times it by 65 over 100, and that will give us our selling price. So again, we've treated this like a percentage decrease question. We found out what the decrease is. 100 minus 35 is 65. So we can times our original value by 65 over 100. And that will give us the value, or the value of the selling price. So 65 divided by 100. And that gives us our selling price of $12,993.50. Okay, so again, example 3 here, we're already given the percentage loss. We're not trying to calculate it. We can treat it like percentage decrease question. Okay, so good luck with the example questions. Let me know if you have any questions through the Microsoft Teams group chat, and I'll see you in the next video.